Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Pathologic. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I have never been here. I have never been here. So last episode we went around looking for the changeling, yeah, I just reloaded the save from the beginning of that whole expedition of going around there. This is interesting. I want to see what's in here. Oh my god. What? What? This is... Huh. Anyway, yeah, so, yeah, I couldn't find the changeling and I'm an idiot. I mean, I suppose I should have checked, but then, you know, I was already far into exploring that whole place that just... it did occur to me that she would be here. And in fact, this is the, I just checked and she's here. So, yeah, let's, this is what I did, basically. Went back out here, and that door over there, I could swear I tried it before, but it didn't open. Hey, how's it going?
I'm surprised you're still alive.
Why? Oh, because of the powers that be. Yeah. So one of you said in the comments that I should go back there because there's two exits in the upper area of the polyhedron. So we're going back up there. But let's see what she has to say. See how everything turns out? Who could have thought you have to sacrifice something, either the town or the polyhedron? One of the queens wants to destroy the wondrous tower, while the other seeks to raise as much as possible, just to make sure. That's just how the world goes. The world doesn't work like you think it does. You've been taught wrong in that academia of yours. As for me, I know how to arrange it so that both the town leaves and the polyhedron stands. It will all be just like it used to be. And how will you arrange that? It's a secret. Something has to be sacrificed anyway. A lot, really, but there are things that actively want to disappear off the face of the earth. Nothing to regret about. Curious, what kind of things? What do you care? They are but fuel that would allow to preserve the old state of being. Oh, the powers that be will be delighted. They really should have persecuted me. I could have offered them a wonderful gift. Yeah, the powers that be, don't even speak about them. I've got a very particular account to settle with them. Yeah, they destroyed my laboratory, I think. Whatever the powers that be claim, they don't really care about the disease. The town, in the precise stage it's existing in now, that's their primary concern. The town whose juices flow to feed the blooming and active polyhedron. Oh, I just now looked at her face. It's interesting that... I haven't heard of the word chimera since the very beginning of the game. Somebody said that at the beginning of the game, and I don't remember who it was. About a chimera. A greedy, insatiable chimera. I'm so happy it's not you who is to make a choice, changeling.
People are willing to sacrifice themselves so that the town survives. Help me get to the cathedral. I'll show you.
Yeah, your confidants are alive and well. I'll be waiting for you in the council. If my confidants are well, or are alive, sorry, I was looking up here. She didn't say anything important. I'll come to the council with you, and there won't be a single queen there that I won't be able to convince to my cause. But are you absolutely sure they are alive? Do you really want me to come to the council? Yes, come to the cathedral. I'll give you the right to decide. That's not what I'm gonna do, though. But she is there. So we have the three main players of the game, the ones that we get introduced to at the very beginning of the game, all in the cathedral. All at what time is it, by the way? I probably have a letter. From Aglaya? Sure. 7. Tonight it's 7. So I don't need any of these. Let's see if the shops are open. Just... They are indeed. Okay, good stuff. I don't need anything from there. Everyone, I'm sort of surprised that everyone is alive. I know I missed a few quests. Main quests, no, not main quests. Otherwise, Do you die if you fail main quest? I think the first day I succeeded at the main quest. The first day is actually not that hard to succeed. The side quests were the ones that I missed. Specifically the one about the cat. I'm curious to know what that was. Maybe we're gonna get that as the arrow specs. But anyway, basically I know that I failed some quests, also with Saburov and all this sort of stuff. It was on purpose. I knew from the start that this playthrough would not get me all the questions answered. So I never really focused too much on, you know, getting them all answered. So I was okay with missing Saburov's quest lines, and I'm sure I missed others as well. On my playthrough of the of both the Aerospec and the Changeling, I will make sure I do a much better job of that. One of the things that I want to do is I want to sleep, or actually rather I want to not talk to anyone before 7 a.m. because that's when you receive letters, and apparently I skipped a few things and got a little bit confused here and there because of talking to people before getting their letters. Now I knew, like the moment I talked to them, I knew that they were saying things that I wasn't aware of. Also, sometimes the order played out okay, but sometimes I talked to the to people in the less optimal order, and so I would be hearing about things that other people would be telling me about from people who weren't fully privy to the information and all that sort of stuff. So, I mean, it played out perfectly all right, I would say. But yeah, specifically on the Aerospecs, people tell me that the Aerospecs playthrough is the most interesting one. I'm curious. I'm just curious to make up my mind about whether it is or not. I'm hyped for that. To be honest, I'm hyped for seeing how the Aerospecs goes, and also because he seems to be a much more interesting character as well. Much more interesting than the Changeling. The Changeling seems to be more about politics and lying and just trying to get things to work her own way. And I'm sure she has a lot of adversities going for her, but still, the Aerospec seems to be a little bit more actiony. I mean, he gets imprisoned. I was gonna say he gets imprisoned twice. I don't think he does, actually. I think he gets imprisoned once. But did he, at the beginning of the game, doesn't he? When do we meet him first? That's my question. When do we meet him first? I think... I don't know. One of the other things that I want to change as well is how I approach inventory. And also the Aerospecs, people don't like him as much at the beginning. So that's apparently, I don't know. I think, like, I know for a fact that our reputation is maxed out right at the start. And that's because everybody loves the new Doctor. But yeah, I will want to... Now I know how to deal with the inventory and all that sort of stuff, so I'll be taking that more as a challenge than anything else. Like, if I get infected, it doesn't matter, really. Getting infected matters to nothing, and especially, I mean, maybe at the earlier stages of the game, it's kind of a bit of a problem, but later on, it doesn't matter. Look at how many drugs I have. Look at these. I could have just taken them so many. It matters to nothing. And, you know, yeah, sure, the infection progresses faster the more infection you have, and that's a different thing that might be sort of shaping my perception of how dangerous it actually is. But I don't think it's a problem. I think it's just yeah, you just step on these things. So that's back to the place, and that's in there. And this is where I missed. Never really understood what was going on here before, by the way. Can I... Yeah, I have a rifle. Oh, everybody's very upset. Sorry, kids. It's a good thing this is not a real world, otherwise I'd probably be going... Oh, well. You guys, it's prison. It's prison for me. I mean, I imagine it is. I don't know what would be... You know, taking a gun out like that in the middle of what is effectively a kindergarten. Can I talk to you guys? No? Okay. Who's there? Nobody's here. Is that you? Hey, guys. Hey. Hello. No. Was that always available? What area is this? Looks really cool. It's the focus, isn't it? I mean, it makes sense that it would be the focus. Hey, guys! Hey, he jumps. And she's very happy with that. What is that? Oh, okay, it's fine. Oh, what? Oh, all the time. Okay, thought everything was gone. Hey. They're so tall. And creepy. You guys are the... Holy crap! Holy crap, that is the creepiest thing. Holy freaking hell, that's the creepiest thing ever. Holy moly. Oh, okay. It's good. Yeah, no, okay, I'm past the creepiness. Now, why is he creepy? Why is he creepy? Now, small people are creepy because it's about the proportions. And these are big, small people because it is about the proportions. You see, kids have big heads. And it's just different proportions for the body and all the big arms and all that sort of stuff. That just, you know, look up chibi and look up the principles of drawing chibi. And of course, that's a caricature. But that's basically the same thing. These are bigger than me. You are bigger than I am. Oh, boy. You are bigger than I am. You are bigger than I am. You are bigger than I am. Teensy. No, you're not. You're huge. You're huge. Don't be upset. Being a toy is also nice, she says. Why did you... Oh my god, that just... So I'm a toy? Can you imagine the horror that being a toy would be? Just because of that? Them to be kids so big and they're being creepy. Why... What? What? Oh, wait a minute, they're the powers that be. And I'm a toy at the powers that be. And all my lines make no sense. This is the single most horrifying thing. In the game, and in many games, to be honest. But just on the creepy level, just, yes. Kids, it's not trying. It's not trying to be creepy. And it's so creepy. Why did you play it like this? Why couldn't you have chosen a different game, like Tag or something, huh? 'Cause, she says, we've been to a funeral. The one that we saw at the beginning of the game. They've been sending us out to the garden for 10 days in a row so that we wouldn't get in anyone's way. They've been taking us to the cemetery for a week now, Bachelor. And if you keep being naughty, I'll take you with me next time I leave among the wreaths so that you know better. Also, by the way, this is the bottom of the spiral. Is this supposed to be the source of the plague? So who died on you? No one did, she says. No one ever does. Why is he asking about it? No need to cry, come on. Holy freaking hell, stop that. So that was a quest. That's my mission. That's what got updated. Indeed, it was a sandbox plague. The children who were playing there must have been on their way home from the funeral. A sorrowful game may have seemed an appropriate diversion to them. Or maybe they simply felt their childhood was slipping away. One way or another, the hero has been bitterly deceived. All this time, the hero took himself to be a living man who was trying to rescue his fellow human beings. I suppose the hero here is the Bachelor. Beyond doubt, this belief has filled him with fervor, helped him to reach the finale, and even be somewhat triumphant. In vain. It was all in vain. The hero was but a puppet, striving to help the imaginary population of a town that was nothing more than a drawing. Strangely, there is still not a word to be heard from the powers that be. Perhaps they became bored of it all, or were called back home for supper. A drawing? Playing in the sand, I assume. That's the spot. I see what that is. Hey, look, it's Bachelor. Whoa, he's so big. No, I'm not. How did you find us? They've already told you, right? So the powers that be are you. I want you to tell me everything. No problem. What do you want to know? Show me your sandbox. Look, it's a magic sandbox. See how it reflects in the mirrors? It's because everything's for real there. Here's a town, we've made it out of sand. And there's this awful thing going on there. An epidemic, so it's all crumbling. The town is falling apart, but we have sent heroes there to fix it. How did you do that? It's rotting, see? Ugh. We hoped they'd think of something. Mure it in sand, at least. They're magical too, you know. The heroes are. Take you, for example. Look how it all worked out. You used to be a doll, and now you're alive. Perhaps the rest also work like this. Did you know that your dolls were alive? Everything is alive around here. It's this structure. It brings things to life. It's not like we're twisting anyone's arm. It just happens, all on its own. We only built the town, and then it became miraculous all on its own. And the dolls, we just stuck the throwaway ones in. They were lame anyway. Sorry. That's fine. What's his name? Tot. See it all? It was us. We've all arranged this. Turned out to be great. We've never made a world like this before. It's magical. We planted it, and here's what's grown up. But now there's rot everywhere. I am a human being, I say. Ah, in that case, you're a human being that closely resembles one of our toys. It's a bachelor, but we're calling it Daniel Damkovsky for fun. I'm not your toy. Why is Bachelor in such obvious denial? Before he was just discovering and just, okay, tell me about these things, and now he's just, no, I'm not, you're wrong, even though I'm accepting everything else at face value. Really? So you're not a doll? Go ahead, hit me then. Well, why are you just standing there? I dare you. Hit me with everything you have. What shall I do now? Stop moaning and get up and help us fix the town. You were doing well, just a little bit left till the game is over. It's time for us to go home anyway. It's time for you to go to a youth detention center. Oh boy, I don't believe you. You're not real. Don't punch me. Hi. Don't be upset. Besides, being a toy is also nice. I hope I can still switch places with you someday. No, I'm afraid you will never understand. So those are the lines that we got before. So these are the ones responsible for the plague, in the sense that the town is not real. Strangely, there is still not a word to be heard from the powers that be. No, there are. Perhaps they became bored of it all. What was the quest? I got a letter? From the makers. Wait a minute, the makers, it's a different thing. Bachelor, we thought we should write because you don't seem to be listening to what we tell you. You've gotten out of hand. As of late, you keep doing whatever you please. This is unacceptable. You are spoiling the game. If this letter reaches you in good time, do come to the polyhedron. They will let you inside. Keep your eyes tightly closed. Descend to the bottom and say three. That didn't matter. The people who own you. That is such an aggressive way to putting that. Let's read the first letter, because I think this is not written this is like there's a definite change of tone in the letter here, in this one in particular. Not in the sense that they're getting madder, but in the sense that it more closely aligns with the fact that the powers that be are magical, or rather that we are magical, and the town is not real. It's made up, in the sense that it's just a sandbox. So let's read this one. Bachelor Dankovsky, by what seems to be a very lucky coincidence, you have found yourself in a town that is wrought by some very worrying occurrences. Reportedly, there is an outbreak of dangerous disease in the vicinity. There is also an opinion that the outbreak is a falsification staged deliberately for the purpose of concealing a murder. Why would you tell me that? You're purposely deceiving me right now. That is not at all the case, and they know that. Maybe they... I don't know. In consideration of your outstanding analytical capabilities, we delegate the investigation to you. If there is an epidemic, it must be halted by any means necessary. You should collect... yeah, they're definitely deceiving me here. They do that on purpose, because they sent more than one person in there, so it makes sense that it would put me just like at odds, right? You should collect as much information as you can, we suppose, and then make a decision in line with your own professional ethics and moral beliefs. In order to implement your strategy, an Inquisitor endowed with an unrestricted authority will shortly arrive to join you in the event that you are unable to curb the outbreak before their arrival. All power over the situation will be reassigned to them. It has come to your attention recently, permission to continue with their own research. That's probably... okay. So that's really cool. That is a really cool thing, but I really hope that the... oh, that's gonna be amazing if we can... oh, I'm gonna need to eat something. It's gonna be amazing if I need to if I get letters with the other heroes as well. That's gonna be really cool. And also readily if they're of the same name, they might not have the same name, but it would be readily obvious that something is afoot if you play a little bit of the Bachelor campaign, and then that's not it. That's it. Oh, can I talk to you, Can? Sorry. Who's you? That's you. Sorry. You guys all have
It's
same
only
head.
too easy to fall into pieces.
Yeah, he basically has the same lines. So they didn't change anything, and today's quest is still the same. We need to sleep. We need to wait. But what I was saying, look at that. Is there a... is this... it should be a shortcut or something, I don't know. But what I was saying is, it would be really obvious the moment we like, imagine you play 2 days on The Bachelor and you're like, okay, I don't want this one, or you die or something, and it's just like, okay, let's try the other one before. Because you have access to the hero specs as well. Not the changeling, but the hero specs. I don't understand why you wouldn't have the changeling. Maybe it's just out of habit, really, that you unlock characters as you play the game. But honestly, I think you shouldn't be able to, like, if the aerospecs gets letters from the powers that be, or from an entity that is readily obvious to be the same entity, it's immediate, like, it sort of spoils that. I'm glad I didn't know that. Or if maybe it's not. Maybe just it's... maybe, I don't know the origins of the aerospecs. I don't remember. I don't remember who he is. We read that at the beginning of the game, but yeah. So it's yeah. It would be interesting to be forced to finish the game before we can play with the other characters, or as the other characters. Can I go up there now? I know I can't, but shut up. I don't even want to talk to you. You're a stupid person that is mean. So let's go and sleep. Freaking wind. And that's a very cool soundtrack right there. One that definitely stays in my head. Or in my memory anyway. So we're gonna sleep. You don't have a bed? I mean, I'm not in a hurry. He doesn't have a bed. Huh. Curious. I know Maria has one. I don't think she's home though. Is she? Also, I need to pay attention to the time. It's only midday now. So we're gonna need to sleep 7 hours. Perfectly acceptable. And I'm gonna save before I do that. Hey, Maria. Do excuse me. So, clothes, rations. Let's take these. Good. Let's go with drugs. Let's go with Merodorm. Yep. 2 health. It's perfectly acceptable. Might as well take the beta tablets, because why not? Sleep for 6 hours. It's a little bit overkill on the Merodorm. And also the immunity is going down like nothing. Okay, no letters or anything. Sorry, Maria. Didn't mean to. It's fine. Let's go with the ration over here. Let's see. It's good. Let's go with drugs. Some of these. And sleep for another hour. Tick. Hey, you shouldn't be here.
My path was called the Return of the Magic.
Yeah, so this is the same... This is the same... The same line of dialogue as before. Also interesting that I got the bell ringing there again. I think it's because I started dialogue with her while the sound file was still going. So, let's go to the cathedral. And finish this game, I think. Wasn't there something else to happen, like later? Hi. Come, Bachelor. The Assembly is waiting your decision. The queens of this chessboard are in a deadlock. They have each other pinned down. The game may very well end in a tragic stalemate. You are a pawn. Oh, I'm just... That happens. You are a pawn at the finishing line. Deliver your checkmate, mate. Huh. Do I hear laughter from under your ugly beak? Funny. Now everything will be decided. The Inquisitor lass seems to think she has used you. Confused? Don't you fret. She's also nothing. Everything was leading to this. You are now acting in the interest of inevitability. You can't get away from it. Evil conquers all. Yep, make way. They've already begun. What are you waiting for? Do you want to make the optimal impression barging in? I laugh at you, person in a mask. I'm gonna go with that. Huh. Our face doesn't betray our anger. He's always angry. That's just him. That's how it goes.